Hello, my name is John.
And I'm Nikki, and we are the bosses next door.
Today we're talking about last week's wins, really like the wins we've had over the past little bit. Now we've had some losses we've struck out a couple times, but I think we've had some big home runs that, like, I think in the scheme of things when you look at it, it's like, okay, it's like, yeah, you saved a little bit of money or you became more efficient at this or whatever that may be. But I think if you add that up over time, it's a lot of money that you potentially save. Fair?
Correct.
Okay. So $27.40 a day saves you $10,000 a year, right?
Say that again.
$27.40 a day, if you could save it, is $10,000 a year.
One more time.
$27.40. But
Okay.
if it's $270.40,
So that's me putting $27.40 to the side every day gets $10,000 at the end of the year.
$10,000 a year, right? So like that's $240. But like, what happens if you could X that by 10 or 20 or whatever that is, right? Like it could be a lot of money saving. So
yeah,
we moved to this new shop. We brought our local internet's called Cox. We got Cox signed up. We moved here. I think it was at $500 and change.
2 locations.
Yeah, 2 locations. Then it went up to 600, and then we had all these problems. I called. It was like, come on, man, what is happening? Because we were trying to get service out there.
It was dropping a lot over the last couple months.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was like, man, let's go get Starlink. So we went and got Starlink, and we had been sitting in our other office. We finally set it up. Now, granted, we need 2 locations, but 2 locations is going to cost us roughly $250 a month. Our bill currently for Cox is $750 a month. Right. So that's just a small win, right? But it was like, man, that's kind of interesting. We go through a broker for insurance for all of our trucks. We had moved last year because we saved like $2,000 or $3,000 a month. 2 years ago, $3,000 a month. A little bit of our fault. We got a little bit lazy, just rolled in the next year. We didn't check it. But this year, when they go to renew, it just didn't feel right. Like the price started climbing pretty fast, and we're like, wait, time out. Like what the heck is going on? So then we go and review it, and then we go and get our prices checked, and then we saved another. Now, granted, we've added trucks, right? So the price has gone up, but we saved another. Was like $2,500 or $3,000 a month
by switching carriers. Because
the broker's like, oh, we're giving you the best price. They all tell you that. So we all went out and looked to make sure and verify, trust but verify. Mm-hmm. And it was like, oh, you actually is not giving us the best deal.
Yeah.
Fair?
I think it just happens. I know it's because they're shopping with what they're comfortable with.
Yep.
And I think sometimes they don't go further out, bigger net.
Yeah.
Like these are the ones that we like working with. They provide X, Y, Z.
Right.
Well, I think their audit process sucks and that one's way better. So I'll pay a little bit more over here to have easy audit every year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
Right. But we ended up saving a bunch of money, right?
We did, yeah.
So then one of our companies, we're in a contract that's not doing well for us at all. And they call it an uplift. It's an 8% increase. We had agreements, and anyways, those agreements nobody could see eye to eye, even though it was agreed upon last year. But it was really a detriment to the company because we have grown. That company has grown, but the software that we use for that company that we currently had the contract with in didn't really fit our needs anymore. It couldn't do the things we needed it to. We were really struggling.
We were outside of their box for their normal use case, and they had items that were available to us that seemed really awesome, but didn't really work for what we needed. So we had to keep bumping up levels to get better reporting, better functionality. But with that, like performance management, we thought it would be great. It wasn't great for our team.
Absolutely. And it's stressful because the bill, it comes at a really bad time. It comes in our off season, and it is a very large bill. Mm-hmm. And it just was like, we just could never make it work. There's some great people over there at that software company, and I wish them the best, and I'm super thankful. We went in negotiations with them to get out of our contract. And we told them, we know that there's money owed because we've been on it for this part of the year, but like, what does this look like? And so we went and researched and found what's best for us, because that business has been in business for 7 years. We have a really good idea what we need it for, or what we need and what we don't need. Mm-hmm. And I think it probably say from now on, now that we've got the contract done, even paying back, we're probably going to save 70%. Fair?
At least.
And it's incredible, right? Because most people just be in that contract, and we were just going to try to figure it out. And it was not a good situation for us. So giving it out of it, it just be open, honest, truthful to the people you're dealing with. And we were. But I also wasn't going to back down. And they were very, very, once they knew, we were serious and hey, we have to do something.
Well, we had fulfilled our primary contract. This was contract renewal, right? And so it had changed, and we didn't see the formal. And so there was just a couple of moving parts that were off.
Right, but they were very nice. They set up hey, this is how to pay us back, or pay this remainder. This is how to do this. We wish you the best of luck.
Yeah,
super, super nice of them. Did not have to do that. Really grateful but that's having a good relationship. Have a good relationship with your vendors. Having a good relationship with the people that you're going to be doing work with does pay off, right? And I think that part was it was great, because at the moment I was oh my gosh, man, our business really can't afford to keep taking on what this is how much this is increasing on us, and the volatile nature of that company, right? It's we do really well in the spring and summer and fall, and then it just drops off, and it's then we get this massive bill that we got to pay, and it's just whatever. So
yeah,
I think that part was really, really good, and it's a great blessing for us. Mm-hmm. We pay cash for almost everything we have, all of our trucks at Little John's, except this year we prepped ourselves for 3 trucks. Not only did we add the 3, we bought 3 more that we paid for, and then we went out and bought 3 more that we leased 2, and then we purchased 1. It was a new style of truck that we're trying out, but we went and leased the Mavericks, and it pays to know people. So that particular the sales guy that we were dealing with, super nice. He was he worked out with our son who plays college ball, and it's we're looking at do we buy it, do we lease it? We're not sure if the Maverick is our style, for what we want. It's now we're using it for sales, and we're also using it for a QC person. So we went and looked at buying it versus leasing it. I go, well, let's just lease it. So we're going to put whatever down. He's no, don't put any money down. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? He's okay, well, they were suggesting it was $3,200 or $3,500 or something like that. Mm-hmm. He goes, how much longer is it going to get you to pay that, to recoup your money, versus the payment went up, what do you say, $40? It went up $40.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm oh my gosh, man. The 3-year lease is going to be up before we make that back.
Right.
And so that was a great win for us, because otherwise we'd be pulling out $7,000 of the company, right?
Well, and now we can decide if we even like that style of truck,
Absolutely.
If we want to keep it, what we want to do. Do we want to transition into something more electric and not hybrid for sales and QC? We've got options.
Yeah, but learning that was really, really awesome. And then also we went and found this line of trucks that kind of sit off in the side. Nobody really talks about. They're by a massive national fleet company. They take good care of the trucks, and we went and got them because they were a great deal. We have a connection, and we got them. They're a great deal, but they're too long. Then we go, a guy at a lowrider shop. Essentially, I went to these places that do custom fabrication for trucks and all these things, and they were outrageously expensive.
I think that's kind of too because it was outside of their scope.
Right. So
I don't know how to do it, but I'll charge you more to get it.
Exactly. And then I go to this lowrider shop that cuts frames. The owner's name's Todd, and he's oh, yeah, this is just on a different truck, but I could do this all day long. And I'm what? So he gave us a great price. We did the first one. It turned out amazing. And then we dropped the body on a truck we actually had blown a motor on, so we dropped it on there, and it's done.
Yeah.
It was how awesome was that, right?
That's the one with the space that big in between the cab and the box.
Yeah, they shrunk it now. They pushed it forward. Yeah, that's the one. So it's like, man, so we're just thinking outside the box. Now we get a truck that gets better gas mileage, right? We save money, and we're able to buy, how many of those we bought? We bought 5 of those now.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, so we bought 5 of those. And it's just like, it's just crazy. Thinking outside the box, not being, like, because we run Isuzu NPRs, have run Isuzu NPRs since 2013 or 14. Mm-hmm. And we have several out there. But the problem is the older ones, that's the bottom. That's what we got because we found a way to get them like really good deals, and they were really good trucks. They're getting incredibly hard to find. The parts are getting harder to find. So now we have to find that next evolution of like, what are we going to get into?
They still look good.
They still look really good, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe one day we're going to go back. You know, we still have several of them, but maybe one day we'll go back to them.
Yeah.
But it is like just thinking outside. Like, I'm not going to go buy a $60,000 truck to go do residential and small commercial.
To get dinged up and all the things. Like, if you look close at our trucks, they look great from afar, but you get up close, you can see those dings everywhere.
Yeah. It's just part of it, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's just getting, like, thinking outside the box. So now we have a warehouse. We have the inventory in our shop. Now we're working we have a couple companies competing for our irrigation stuff, and now they're like starting like, oh, we'll come and stock your shelves. We'll go and do this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, how much time does that save us from having our guys go there and having our guys go do the things, right? Mm-hmm. It's like that $27.40 a day. It's like, how many times can I multiply that? Can I get it to, you know, $2,700.40 a day or whatever?
That'd be amazing.
It'd be amazing, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's what we just keep looking at. And like at Little John's, there was a number we had to hit, and we knew that a profit margin would jump because we're built to go big or bigger. And we hit that 2 months ago, and it was like this massive jump in our profit. Yeah. And then we did it again this last month. We hit that number. We broke another record again for us, and it's going to be another big potential net profit, which I believe it will be. But it's like, we've been working on this for so long. So people who out there are like, oh man, you know, I'm grinding for 3 years, and you're like, 3 years ain't jack, man. You go and you do survival, and I think as you get better and better. You need to go back and have somebody in your team and somebody look at like, okay, are we really getting a good deal? I don't need to grind the guys the vendors that we're working with to give us the lowest price. Relationships are very important.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. You know, we have a relationship with where we get our small equipment. Like, they'll give it to us. It's 90 days to pay. They'll drop it off to us if we want, build it, rebuild it, whatever works best for anybody. Mm-hmm. They give us great pricing, right? But it's a relationship that we have with those guys.
Right.
You know, and I think that is super, super important. So some of the wins, I guess I'm just talking a lot about, is like, I think they're everywhere. You just have to look for them, and you have to look for the little things, like, where are you wasting your money at? I remember Luke Stice, we were in academy, and he's like, they're like, yeah, you should like basically cut your credit cards up every year and then restart them. He had like all kinds of subscriptions on there that he didn't even know about. Mm-hmm. How many people have that going on? You really looking into the business and like what's being spent, what's not being spent. Mm-hmm. Like those little things are going. That money goes right to your bottom line.
Right. So what I'm hearing you say is our wins, our efficiencies.
I think our wins are big efficiencies, right? You know, we did 17.5% net 2 months ago. We're going to do it again this last month. I mean, that's great for a maintenance company. Mm-hmm. You know, especially residential, small, commercial. Now, there's guys that are out there that do better than that, and I understand that. We have goals, like we want to get better than that, but we're getting there.
Sure.
And I agree with you. I think it's just becoming more and more efficient. You know,
right.
But it's with everything. Mm-hmm. How we ran CallBoss, how CallBoss has become more and more efficient. Now we moved over to new software. It's a learning curve for everybody over there, but like the people over there are getting better. They're getting good, you know?
Right. Well, it didn't take long to learn it. Once you get in there, they're all relatively similar, but now if we can integrate some of the, changes we want to make things even more efficient and less time consuming for them, that's the goal.
That is the goal. Absolutely. And it's what technology can you add that's going to help you become more efficient.
Right.
And I think that's a big part that I think that people just aren't thinking about. They think about it, they know about it, but are you really doing something about it? Or are you just like kicking the can down the road?
Yeah.
You know?
You got to have that time. Like it's time to invest in what the next thing is that's going to help.
Yeah.
Learning how to incorporate that.
I agree with the time, but I also think that like that's a 100% right what you're saying. I think sometimes we have to force ourselves to make the time, because as you knock those things off your board, and it's like it just saves you time in the long run.
Yeah.
Right? Saves your time, saves your people payroll, saves the hecticness of just like that repetition that you're doing all the time. Can really, really help if you could just figure out how to automate it, streamline it, whatever.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. And I think all too often you get busy and you're like, oh my gosh, we're forced into some of these things to make the changes. But I think as you get to it, it can be a little bit of addicting. Like, well, shoot, man, we saved on this. Let's go check on this, right? You know, buying
a couple dollars here.
Man, buying your fertilizer off cycle, right, can save you a lot of money. Pre-emergence coming up for us. We're starting the first round, but buying it now instead of next month will save us a little bit of money, right?
Yeah, it's not going to go bad right now.
No, it's not going to go bad at all, right? So I think there's that kind of thing. I think any big wins for you as far as like maybe not efficiency, but like things that you've seen improvements on, or stuff that maybe we weathered and made through the other side?
There's always things that we're weathering to get to the other side, because there is no quit. The phone transition for our team was a big one, but the team stepped up and got that ready and sent over, and then the external team implemented and got it all where it needed to be. So that's going really well.
Yeah.
Just some changes in like marketing and things that we've got going on, starting to show results, and that's going to be really cool. We're starting to get some more traction, people calling in. They may not know what they're calling in for, but they're calling in on a line. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're reaching people. So it's doing something.
Yeah.
Aside from that, probably not at this time. I mean, just the things that we have to do every day. There's like a whole bunch of things still on my list that I haven't looked at today because I was tech support all morning.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's a win.
I think one of the wins is like we hired our first marketing person, right? And they're doing all the social media. They're doing all that stuff that they're taking over. Like today's their first post, I think. What we've asked them to learn is a big ask, and I think they're doing very, very well, like learning it. I love that, like we have a daughter that works for us, Dorsey, and like to have her be involved in a lot of what's going on. I really, really like. I don't think that she even sees her full potential, you know. But it does make you feel good when people are like, man, like, is that your kid? Mm-hmm. Like, man, they really speak well. They really know how to interact, hold a conversation. I'm like, man, she sits in our financial meetings, you know, those kind of things. Like that for me as a dad is a win, because like she's learning the business. She's learning like the ins and outs of it. She's learning the direction we're trying to take it. She's understanding like, hey, this is how we become more efficient. This is how we do these certain things. Like with having somebody else doing the social media, because her and Mikey have done a really good job with it. Mm-hmm. But taking that off their hands and using them as support and let this new person take it over, I think it's going to open up opportunities for her to be able to go and take the next task on, the next step for her. Mm-hmm. Fair?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for self-starters and like athletes, because
both
of them have been in athletics. They know what it's like to be part of a team. They understand self-starting. Yeah. They're like, let's get in it and do it. Neither one of them are, oh, okay, I finished my task, so what else do you want me to do?
Oh, no.
They're not like that. And so I think they can get in, grind, and get it done. So.
And I think that's becoming, maybe it's not rare, but it is very interesting to see somebody that is motivated to just, okay, I got this done. Here's the next thing. Here's the next thing. Like they'll do very well in life.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who are just like, I'm good. Nobody sees me. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next? I don't know. You tell me. What's the next thing that you're going to have to do coming up, right? Can you get a head start on it? What does that look like? Can you improve the process of the thing that you're doing right now?
Yep.
Should we change this up? Should we write new procedures? Like, you tell me, because you're sitting in a certain seat. What's next on your plate?
Absolutely right.
So,
Absolutely right. But all too often, of like, you know, they can't get out of their own way, right?
sometimes.
And I think there's the other thing too. So, on a total side note, like my mom lives in Northern California, and she needs a gardener. This came to my mind because it's irritating me. And man, I had to track him down to do the cleanup. Then the cleanup was a different price. Then, like, he's supposed to be on his first maintenance. He hasn't shown up in like 4 days. Yeah, in 7 days, right? And so what's really, really fascinating to me is that, like, he figured out. Well, I think my mom actually told him. Somebody else told him, and then my mom said, "Do you know what my son does?" And they looked us up, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you guys do a lot of stuff, like a lot of properties." I was like, "Anytime you need advice, just let me know, and I'm more than willing to help you while you're servicing my mom's property." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Well, I just got to find better customers." Man, it ain't the customers, my friend.
No.
It's your consistency, right?
Absolutely. We hear it every day.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
man.
why are you looking for a new landscaper? Because my guy stopped coming. My guy hasn't reached out to me.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Do you know what's interesting? We're going to go off tangent.
You have 2 minutes.
So like people will hire us, right? And I noticed this a lot more when I was out there working with the guys all the time. Mm-hmm. And when I was with the guy that was in a truck, they would hire you because of the consistency of the guy, right? Well, he hasn't been here in a month or 2 months. Can you take over? So we go and take it over. They'd be happy. We're like super consistent. We're like, we're on Tuesdays, right? We just go. Yeah. And then the guy comes back.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to bring him back because he's cheaper. Look, well, how much cheaper? $5. Or he's got a family. I feel bad. And I was like, okay. And then guess what? That customer comes back later because the guy left town for over Christmas, is gone for 3 months. It's the craziest thing to me.
Yeah, it's a weird loyalty. I don't understand it at all. But we hear it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy, right? And like this particular landscape, super nice guy. I've talked to him on the phone, right? There's another property he wants to do. So he's supposed to go to my mom's place to do it. The week before he was supposed to be there, took him. Side note, you're going to go do a cleanup on a property and you say you're going to get something done, you probably should do it before you request to get paid, right?
It's just telling me to open a satellite location in Northern California.
I'm telling you. So then he does that. Then there's another property that he can do up there. Is bugging my mom about it, but hasn't. And my mom is like, man, my mom is, side note, is a no BS. She's very nice. Business wise, she's a savage. Her and my dad they were great business owners. So she just calls me, she's like, man, he's a nice kid, but and I was like, oh yeah. She's like, yeah, he keeps asking for this other job.
Heck no.
Yeah, heck no.
Show me that you can do good on the first one.
Man.
Lots to learn there.
Lots
Guess
to
you need
learn.
to go back to episode 1 and catch up.
Man. So anyway, man, communication. So I know that's not what our last week's wins are, but that is what's helped us become winning in what we're doing, is because we do a good job of communicating, and we're always trying to figure out how to get better. Mm-hmm. There's always room for improvement.
Right.
But
and we're not going to get it right for everybody, but we'll do our best. Yeah,
there is customers you will find that you cannot do a dang thing right, and it's your fault. Like we've had those customers, like they're like, we just stumble. And it's like, God bless it, man. Mm-hmm. But I think that's part of it, right? Like there's just sometimes like you're not going to win. You're not going to win at that particular one, and you have to know it, right? Yeah. Hey, I didn't do a good job. I'm really sorry. No hard feelings. Let's just cut ways, whatever. Not charge them, whatever that may be, right? Or you do something dumb and you cut down a tree that you're not supposed to, whatever that is. Everybody, if you've been in the business long enough, is going to run into something. You're like, yep, not going to recover from that one.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got a few of those.
Yeah. But it makes you better.
But we're continuing to improve on efficiency. Yep. That's the main thing.
Yeah? Is that the mantra for this year? Actually, the mantra for this year was growing, and then now it's become efficiency.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, last year was the year of efficiency.
That's right. That was our big mantra. Mm-hmm. Do you think last year set us up for this year?
I do. I think there's been things in our financial meetings with Joy at Kincaid that like she's been harping on us, and like finally it started to click and we were getting it, and it's like we knew it but we didn't know how to make it happen, and then we brought in people who bought into the vision, the dream, the goal, and they're all team players, and now we're able to hit those goals and have those efficiencies to see those improvements.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
And
right.
that's where we're going to land this.
Oh, we are.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it.
We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.